There are moments in life that split everything into two halves. Before and after. For Daniel, that moment arrived on a quiet Wednesday evening in November when his phone buzzed with a message from a number he didn't recognize. No greeting. No introduction. Just a photograph. A baby girl. Maybe 4 months old. Dark eyes. A small pink blanket. And a caption underneath that read, "I think you should know what your girlfriend has been hiding from you." Daniel stared at that photo for a long time. Then he set his phone face down on the table, poured himself a glass of water he never drank, and sat in complete silence for 20 minutes. Because somewhere in the back of his mind, in the place we keep the thoughts we're too afraid to look at directly, something had already started making sense. This is a dark truth files story. And it begins the way the most devastating ones always do, with two people who loved each other deeply, and one secret that was always going to surface. Daniel and Olivia met in 2012. He was 26. She was 24. They were introduced through mutual friends at a birthday gathering in Atlanta, the kind of night nobody plans to be significant but somehow turns out to be the most important night of a decade. Daniel was a structural engineer. Methodical. Calm under pressure. The kind of man who reads the instruction manual before assembling anything and genuinely enjoys it. His friends called him the most reliable person they'd ever met. His family called him the steady one. Olivia was a marketing strategist. Creative. Instinctive. She made decisions the way most people breathe, quickly and without overthinking. Where Daniel planned, Olivia improvised. Where he calculated risk, she leaned into it. They were, by every external measure, completely opposite people. And yet, by the end of that first night, they had talked for 4 hours straight without noticing the time. By their third date, Daniel told his brother he had met someone different. By their 6th month together, they were spending every weekend at one or the other's apartment, gradually moving their things across town one overnight bag at a time. By 2014, they were officially living together. By 2016, they had a dog, a ridiculous golden retriever named Biscuit, who slept between them and had opinions about everything. By 2018, their friend group had simply stopped distinguishing between them. You invited Daniel, you invited Olivia. They were a unit. A given. A certainty in an uncertain world. 11 years. 11 years of growing alongside each other. 11 years of arguments about whose turn it was to cook, and vacations they almost didn't book, and the version of the future they had quietly been building together without ever writing it down. Daniel had a ring. Had owned it for 8 months. A simple band with a single stone, the exact one Olivia had pointed to once, casually, at a jeweler's window, thinking he wasn't paying attention. He was always paying attention. He was 2 months from proposing. If Daniel is honest and in therapy, eventually, he became very honest, there were signs in 2022 that something had changed in Olivia. Not dramatic signs. Not the kind that appear in movies, where the guilty party starts acting erratically and leaving obvious clues. Real signs are quieter than that. Real signs are things you explain away because the alternative explanation is one you're not ready to face. She started working later. New campaign. High-pressure client. Made complete sense. She became more protective of her phone. Turned it face down on tables. Took calls in the other room. He noticed but said nothing because he trusted her, and because asking felt like an accusation. She was more distant during their evenings together. Present but slightly elsewhere. Like she was managing something in the background of her mind constantly. And once, just once, in October 2022. She came home late on a Friday and he noticed she had changed her clothes. She'd texted him she was coming straight from work. But the outfit she arrived in was not the one she'd left in that morning.